I am so glad you are here. I'm Liz. It's Magical Tuesday. Let's get into it. Today we're inspired by a couple of authors, Frater Barabbas's Ritual Magic. It's about figuring out how to do it, and the techniques of Solomonic magic. This is Skinner's work. All of these books, no matter what shelf I'm pulling them from, if they are about how to affect change in the world, no matter what language we're using for that, they all start in the same place with the same pieces of advice they lay out for you. Let's talk about them. The first one is find an undisturbed period of time, a time when you can do what you want to do without any interruption. So you can really focus and concentrate on what you're trying to accomplish. This doesn't matter if we're talking about someone praying, meditating, casting a spell, performing a magic ritual. All of these require at least a moment of concentration. So what does that mean? Well, if you're just going to do a real quick, I want this thing, or protect this person, you need literally a moment. So you can be in the middle of craziness of making dinner for your entire extended family while they're all kind of hanging out and watching and trying to help, because all you need is a moment. If you want to do something a little longer, then please protect so-and-so while they are in the military today. You need a moment. If you want to do something more extensive, more involved, then you need more time, and you're going to want to find a space and a time when you can be uninterrupted. If it's going to take you 20 minutes, then you need 20 minutes of uninterrupted time. If it's going to take an hour, well, then you need that much time uninterrupted. And figuring out how to fit that into your day, that can be challenging, but can be so rewarding when you watch your efforts come to fruition and help that person out. So first thing, time. Second thing, space. Third thing, freedom from interruption. And that includes from your own self. You can't suddenly flip over to thinking about your grocery list or that thing you've got to get done. When those thoughts intrude into the process, you need to let them go and refocus back on what your objective is in the moment. So you're concentrating, you're thinking, you're exercising your will. So, okay, beyond that, what do we do? Well, how much reinforcement do you want? How much symbolic reminder do you want in your life? Maybe you charge a stone with the intent and you keep it with you. So every time you feel that stone in your pocket or see that stone because you're digging through your bag or whatever, you add a little bit more energy to that working because you're refocused on it, even if only for an instant. Fabulous. Maybe you add an element of herbs for their symbolism to what you're trying to do. Maybe you're going to use a candle or more than one candle in this working, at which point the color of the candle might matter to you. The color of the candle holder might matter to you. The color of the cloth that they might be sitting on, if you're using an altar cloth of some kind, might matter to you. Maybe you're using your tarot deck. Any of those symbols that you layer on, now those are all very visual symbols and tactile symbols. They can enhance your working because they reinforce your thought process. Does not stop there. You can add on an incense or an essential oil. Maybe you want to dress the candles with some oil. That can include an essential oil that's tied symbolically to the practice you're doing, or an incense that, again, the ingredients of which are tied to the act you're doing. Maybe you want to really raise a lot of energy for something. I am frankly not going to pick sandalwood, which is more about a calm state of mind and a sort of a meditative state, but I will probably pick dragon's blood, which is all about adding energy and impact to whatever it is you're working on. So that's perfect. This is not to say that there's not another day where sandalwood is the best choice. But now we've added visual, tactile, and we've added scent to what we're doing, and therefore also taste. The next thing, auditory. Say what you're looking for out loud, if at all possible. Saying it out loud or playing a piece of music that you don't commonly hear anywhere, so that every time you do hear that music, you reinforce your working, you reinforce the magic you're doing, the prayer you're performing, has an impact, makes a big difference. And I'll add one more. I know I just did 5, but I'll add one more, which is muscle memory. And I love me a good muscle memory spell. A really short one, you have left a relationship of some kind. It could be a friendship, it could be a romantic relationship. You've cut someone out of your life. Invent a symbol that you can draw whenever you think of them to let go of them, so that you come out of the habit of thinking about them, thinking about what they would think, thinking about any part of your life that might be related to them. For me, it's a simple little pentacle, and I can draw that without anybody seeing, but it's a muscle action that kind of helps reset the brain. That is another layer of magic you can add. You can write what you're looking for. You can write out your objective of the working you're doing. That's another way of involving muscle memory in your magic. And each of these 6 factors layers on one more piece of will and drive to what it is you're aiming at. If you don't need all of them, don't do all of them. But maybe you've done a really simple spell and it got you part of the way there and you're not quite there yet. Repeat the spell. And if you feel the need, repeat the spell and add a layer on. Add one of these layers on. A visual, an auditory, a muscle memory, a smell or taste. Anything along those lines can reinforce your magic and drive it home that much further. Well, in any event, I'm way over. Have fun today, you guys. Of course, myself, the rest of the staff here at Megas Books in Minneapolis and online at megasbooks.com, we love your amazing magical you and all the magical things you do every day in your life, including the little ones you can do here for us in social media land. Appreciate it so much. In the meantime, have a fantastic week. I hope we see some of you at Paganicon. I'll be vending all weekend. And of course, my feral teenager will be roaming the halls, waiting for me to get them a break, demand a break. So have a wonderful week, everybody, and blessed be.